Football is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Action Realty, Builder's First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now, here's KBMW's Andrew Zimmel.
Hello, welcome to Week 3 of the 2023 Wahpeton football season on the I3G Sports Network and on KBMW 1450, the voice of the Valley. I am so glad you can join me and my producer, Big Mike, in the press box this Friday night as we get ready to see two of the best teams in the state of North Dakota. Tonight, we come from Earl Skip Butt Alumni Stadium for this home game between the Wahpeton Huskies and Fargo North Spartans. Our pregame show sponsor is the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company. Later in the pregame show, we'll have our CHI St. Francis Medical Center injury report and our Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation power pole rankings, followed by our Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Well, right now it is a nice, crisp 77 degrees as the breeze comes in from the south end zone, and Wahpeton in their purple jerseys, white helmets, purple pants, white numbers with gold outline. Spartans today in the royal white navy pants, yellow sides up the middle, or down the side, and I'll tell you, better than down the middle, right? You don't want a yellow stripe down the middle. Down the sides for the Spartans. The Huskies are coming off a tough-fought 23-12 loss to the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. In that game, Wahpeton was able to build a lead in the first half, but was kept out of the end zone in the second half. Wahpeton is led by Trade Malk this season, who added 2 more touchdowns to his total last week. The junior running back has been the target of the offense for Wahpeton, and he'll have to be the engine if they want to upset Fargo North this evening. It'll take the ball getting into the hands of more than just Malk, though. Senior Jackson DeVries left the game Friday night with a leg injury, which put stress on the wide receiver core. And we got word right before we started the pregame show that he will not be playing in tonight's game either. Suited up but not playing will be Jackson DeVries, which puts a lot more pressure on the other guys in that receiving core. Tonight, you can expect J.D. Gomez and Nick Langemulter both to get increased targets from Bjorn Kubala. And talking to Nick Langemulter this week on the Snap Spotlight with our buddy Turner Blofis. Langemulter, one of the better interviews. So if you haven't checked that out yet, you can go and check it out on KBMW News live on YouTube, where you're watching this game, hopefully. And you can watch all of those interviews. He did a good job talking to Langemulter. He said he's one of the more chatty of the players that has come in and talked. So that's nice. It's always good when they kind of come out of the shell a little bit and talk. But he will be a target, a focus of tonight's offense. Gomez had 9 receptions last week against the Rough Riders. Tonight, I'd imagine that's going to stay right around the same spot. Kubala likes to get the ball off his hand quick. He likes to look in the flats. They ran a lot of short passing game these past 2 weeks. And against a team like Fargo North, a team that likes to run the ball, Wahpeton is going to try to do a mix of getting Malk the ball in the running game, getting it in the passing game, and then also using guys like Gomez, Langemulter, and Evan Docker in situations where it's going to be short yardage situations, short yardage pickups. You don't need to go for the punch out every single play. Bjorn Kubala, one of the better quarterbacks at directing this Wahpeton offense, with head coach Wade Gilbertson and offense coordinator Hunter McCall on running things. So the question now for the Spartans is, how will the Spartans follow up their first Dakota Bowl appearance since the turn of the millennium? Perhaps they'll finish the job this time around. With 9 stars returning on each side of the ball, the Stars seem to have aligned for the Spartans to be a favorite in the Class AA. Preseason Player of the Year in the division, Peter Hogo, will try to build off the impressive junior campaign, which he ran for over 1,400 yards and 25 touchdowns. The NDSU commit has already been a tackling machine on defense as well, finishing with a team-high 12 tackles for loss, including 4.5 sacks from his linebacker position last season. Quarterback and defensive back Ethan Welk, who passed for over 1,300 yards, 15 TDs, also rushed for 2 touchdowns and over 400 yards last season, is poised to take another big leap as a varsity starter. Welk also helped recruit basketball star Jeremiah Sem to the football team last season. That paid off, with Sem being one of his favorite targets. 44 catches for 684 yards and 8 touchdowns, en route to his second-team All-State honors. 6'4" senior Joe Rose and 6'6" senior Carter Zeller are a couple of twin towers at the tight end spot, and they bookend that offensive line, which returns a ton of experience. They have 5 starters on the offensive line that have either started varsity time or have played an entire season of varsity football. A lot of those same players look to lead the defense as well. The biggest challenge, however, will be the consistency. After they got up to a sizzling 4-0 start last season, Spartans just won one. They won one of their previous 5 games to end the year last year. They sputtered into the postseason, regrouped with a win over Valley City and South to reach that state championship game, but Jamestown was already rolling, and they had the momentum going into that Dakota Bowl. Tonight, the Spartans come in 2-0. They look like one of the best teams in the state, and that running back, Peter Hugo, has been incredible. Talk about a guy that you have a target on if you're this Wahpeton defense. You can't build your entire defense around just stopping one guy, because that's how you end up getting hurt by a plethora of other dudes. But for sure, the defensive scheme tonight will be prevent the running game to really getting things started. We'll take a quick break, come back with our interview with head coach Wade Gilbertson in a moment on the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700. And make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Continue on the phone line right now. We have head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson, on the line with us. Coach, how's it going?
Good. We've had a good week of practice, and the weather has cooperated. We've stayed somewhat injury-free, so I think we're going to be ready to go.
I was going to say it's finally starting to feel like fall. You finally have those 7-degree days that you can kind of practice maybe a little bit harder. I don't know. Right.
Well, this time of year, we do start scaling back a little bit on our practices to give the guys' legs a little bit of rest. We're getting into shape a little bit, but we still have a long ways to go to the finish line. So we kind of want to make sure that we've got enough juice in our legs for games 8, 9, and 10 if we make it in the playoffs.
So let's talk about last week. I think the story of last week was J.D. Gomez. He kind of had a breakout performance in the wide receiver position. Coming into this week, do you scheme it so you get the guys the ball in his hands a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, we got the ball to him about, I think he had 9 catches the other night, and that's really good output for a wideout. We will look to him to be a difference maker again. We'll look to him to kind of break down their coverage, and our quarterback, Bjorn Kugler, to break down their coverage and try to take some of the things that they're giving to us. They got a lot of playmakers on the defensive side of the ball, but if they're going to give us free stuff, we're going to take free stuff, and JD will be a big part of that.
Well, I was going to say Fargo North, they bring back, I think, their entire defense this year is seniors, so they have a lot of they have a very cohesive unit. What does it look like on film?
Oh, it looks good. I mean, they look like so far in their first 2 games, men versus boys at times, but yeah, and they've got a lot of experience, and they'll build off of that experience. Sometimes it's easy to coach a team like that. Sometimes it's very, very difficult to coach a team like that to keep them focused. So we're hoping that they're going to come in here a little bit overconfident, and they're going to come in here looking to just kind of roll over us like they did their first 2 opponents. They do look good. I mean, they've got size, and as I've told you, I'm a broken record on the bigger, faster, stronger thing, right? But we're going to have to execute, and we're going to have to stay penalty-free. We're going to have to be able to play at one play at a time because they're going to make some plays on us. They've just got too many experienced players on both sides of the ball that they'll definitely make plays on us. And if we can overcome that and we can just learn to play the next play and things will be better the next play, we'll be all right. So our boys are ready to compete. I know they are.
That's good news to hear, I think, for a lot of fans. Last week, the second half is where the wheels kind of started to shake a little bit. What does it look like coming into this week with that second half offense? Is that something that you worked on this past week?
It is, and it's not necessarily something that we work on versus we preach on it. I mean, it's really hard to set up a coming out of the locker room third quarter situation. What we do in our practice is we try to emulate starting fast. So when we come out of the locker room for practice on, say, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we want to start as fast as possible. And that's really the one way that we try to get our kids to understand the importance of starting fast in the first quarter and the third quarter. Because if you don't, before you know it, it's going to be 3 minutes into the game and you're going to be down 2 scores. So we try to get them to understand the importance of starting fast. And then, of course, we preach to them our team goals. Our team goal is to open the third quarter with a defensive stop, and then we have to score at some point in the third quarter. It doesn't matter how we score, but we have to score in the third quarter to make it a game. And last week we weren't able to do that. We put together a couple of nice drives in the second half, both third and fourth quarter against Red River, but we were not able to punch it into the end zone and finish those drives. I think we had one that was an 11-play drive that didn't end in a score. You're going to put together an 11-play drive against the number 2 team in state or whatever. You better punch it in if you want to have a chance to win.
That's a really interesting thing to talk about, Coach, especially because you cannot recreate that feeling coming out of the locker room in the third quarter. I really like that. Who is another player that we can be looking for on the Wahpeton side of things tonight?
Well, we got to get Trey his touches, which is always one of our team goals as well. On my play sheet right now, as we speak, I'm looking at it. It says players, not plays. So it's not about the play calls. It's all about who we getting the ball to. And so we definitely have to have a clicker on Trey Malk, and we got to get the ball in his hands. And we've done a pretty good job of that the first couple games of the season. He's getting more than 20 touches on average in those first 2 games. And but we're also at the same time doing a good job when they take him away. But when they give us something for free in our free access passing game or our screen run option game, if they give us something for free, we're doing a good job of taking it. So we're spreading the ball out pretty good. But I tell you what, Trey Malk is such a game changer that there's times when you have to force the ball into his hands. So it's more about the players than it is about the plays. And so we're looking for Trey to make a little bit of a difference. We're looking for Bjorn, our quarterback, to be able to read and stay calm in the pocket, be able to read their coverages. On the defensive side, we're going to have to stop the run. If we can stop the run, because these guys are going to want to run it at us 80% of the time, if not longer, if not more. So we got to be able to stop the run, and they've got some senior running backs that are going to be pretty good, and they've got a lot of varsity experience, and we know that that's what they're going to try to do. So if we can do that, and we can get the ball in Trey's hands, and we can spread it out a little bit, I think we'll be okay. We'll compete very well.
I want to wrap it up talking about any injuries you got going on here. You said you feel pretty healthy coming into this week. You know that we talked last week. The only time that a football team is healthy is after that first day of practice or before that first day of practice. So do you guys? What's the health levels of this team right now?
We're good. We're okay. I mean, we're not unlike any other team that's going to have some bumps and bruises, and some of it is just being able to play through a little bit of pain, but some of it is also injury as well. We do have some kids that are banged up. We have some kids that we might limit on sides of the football. Maybe somebody plays just offense or somebody plays just defense for us this week to try to get them nursed back to health. But yeah, I mean, as far as the entire team goes, depends on who the player is, I guess, and who the playmaker is. Is it somebody we try to get the ball to an awful lot? And so we are banged up just a little bit with a few owies here and there, but nothing we can't overcome, to tell you the truth.
Head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Will Gilbertson. Coach, thanks so much for talking to me today.
Absolutely, Andrew. Thank you so much for having me.
More of the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show coming up in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back to the Wilkin pregame show on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Andrew Zimmel hanging out with you this Friday evening. Thank you for joining us as we get ready for some high school football in the state of North Dakota. Let's go into our Sanford Health Injury Report. Here for all, here for good. And right now only one Wahpeton Husky on that dreaded injury report. That would be Jackson DeVries. He got an upper thigh contusion against Grand Forks Red River last week in the first half. He is sitting out this week, but fans, do not worry. He's good to go back on Monday. They want to sit him, let him get well-rested, heal up, and then come back later in the season. So far, Wahpeton, though, hasn't had to deal with a ton of injuries, and I credit that mostly not only to Chantel and Essentia Health, but also to the fact that they have done a lot of conditioning over the offseason. We say that the games are not so much won and lost on the field, but in the weight room. And Wahpeton this past summer spent a lot of time in the weight room. If you talk to any of these guys, they'll tell you that they had a workout plan and a workout goal, and their goal continue to get stronger, bigger, faster, stronger, even if their head coach, Wade Gilbertson, tells you that they are going to be out-bigged, out-stronged, and out-fast on the football field against any single opponent they play on a Friday night. They've looked good through 2 games and were able to grind out a win against the Devils Lake Firebirds to open the season. And last week had a good game against the Rough Riders, a team that knocked them out of the playoffs last season, and a team that went deep in the playoffs during last season's playoff as well. Rough Riders are picked to finish second in a lot of people's minds, a team that could be playing in the Dakota Bowl at the end of the year. Wahpeton took a 2-point lead going into halftime. Were not able to get on the board in the second half. So that's something that head coach Wade Gilbertson and Hunter McCall have talked about this week, trying to figure out how to get that conditioning, use the conditioning that they have, and get into the end zone in the second half. Winning the third quarter, so vitally important to winning football games at this level. We come back, we'll have more of your Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer. Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and healthcare, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com. It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Welcome back to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. Let's go around the state as Week 3 of North Dakota football gets ready to get underway on our Otter Tail Power Company Power Poll rankings. For your AA division, Fargo North, all 17 first-place votes this past media poll. They're your number 1 team in the polls. Grand Forks Red River, the number 2 team in the polls. Fargo South 3, Jamestown 4, and Dickinson 5. Others receiving votes, Valley City and Wahpeton. In the 3A division, Fargo Shanley, 17 first-place votes. West Fargo Cheyenne, 1 first-place vote. Minot at 3, Fargo Davies at 4, and Mandan at 5. Others receiving votes, Bismarck Century and Bismarck High. Well, Wahpeton still on the field, warming up, getting ready to play this Week 3 matchup against the senior-heavy Fargo North Spartans. And we mentioned that they return about 9 starters on both sides of the ball. That's something that the Huskies cannot say themselves. In fact, when you go through their starting lineup, they only have about 1 senior on that starting lineup, and that would be McCade Pickin, who is the center for the Huskies. And, of course, I guess you can mention some of the other guys. Nick Langenwalter, I believe. Yeah, he is a senior as well. He comes out and he is one of the guys that comes out and does the coin flip. He's one of the captains. And then Cole Barthman as well, senior on the defensive side of the ball. Wahpeton not a senior-heavy team. In fact, most of their playmakers, juniors. Bjorn Kubel, the starting quarterback, and Traden Malk, the running back, 2 of the guys to keep an eye on this evening. They are really the engine that powers this Wahpeton offense, and they like to use the smoke and mirrors, is what head coach Wade Gilbertson tells us, and they like to use the RPO. That's kind of what the bread and butter of this offense has been. 3 seasons ago, when it was a very popular buzzword when talking about football at the highest and college level, RPO is one of those words that everybody likes to throw around. But head coach Wade Gilbertson, he doesn't go with the fads. He sticks with it. And he has the athletes and the talent to kind of use that RPO to keep defenses on their heels instead of doing what a lot of North Dakota teams do, which is ground and pound the ball. There's not a ton of teams in the state that like to throw the ball around the yard. They like to run it in between the tackles or maybe run off handoffs to the sidelines with big wide receivers or tight ends. Instead, what head coach Wade Gilbertson likes to do, get the ball in the flats and work to different receivers. That's the other thing that Kubla has really stressed this offseason, is getting on the same page with all of his different wideouts. Tonight, I imagine that the plan will be to get the ball to as many different targets as possible with wide receiver Jackson DeVries out in this game. He had an upper thigh contusion against the Rough Riders, so he will not be suiting up and playing in this game for the Huskies. Taking his place is going to be Evan Docker in that starting lineup. In fact, let's go through your Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. We have yet to have a coin flip, but we will do that after the break. Take a quick break, come back with a coin flip and your starting lineups in a moment. On the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
AM 1450 KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, powered by Vision Ford Lincoln. DriveWithVision.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley. KBMW, as we get closer and closer to kickoff here. Wahpeton won the coin toss and decided to defer to the second half, so they will start off kicking from their south end zone. We'll start with the defense for the Huskies. Up front in the trenches, going to be nose guard, number 79, 285 junior Garrett Schwartz. At defensive tackle, Landon Ralph, the 6'1", 220 sophomore. At the other defensive tackle position, 6'1", 210 sophomore Luke Anderson. Playing linebacker in the 3-4 front. Linebackers Traden Mauk, Evan Doctor, Isaiah Burkhart, and Nick Langenwalter. Cornerbacks going to be Jackson DeVries and Braden Stout. Correction, going to be not Jackson DeVries, as he has been listed as out in this game, so we will get you that name here in a moment. Cole Barth and Omar Martinez, your two safeties. Braden Steffens, the other corner. For the Spartans up front, Kauskin Dick, the 5'11", 220 senior, playing center. Guards, Deshaun Taylor at left guard, 5'8", 250 sophomore. And right guard, Jack Miller, the 5'9", 220 junior. Protecting the blind side, Jordan Zander, the 5'10", 235 senior. And at right tackle, Xavier Buckmiller, the 6'1", 245-pound senior. Playing quarterback, Ethan Welk. He had an excellent season last year, his junior year, leading his team to the Dakota Bowl in the state championship game. Over 1,300 yards passing and over 20 combined passing and rushing touchdowns. The senior leading the troops tonight. At fullback, number 40, Jim Miller, the 6', 205 senior. And the NDSU commit, Peter Haugo, the 6'1", 210 senior, playing running back. At tight end, Carter Zeller, the 6'6", 225-pound senior. He was a big part of that team that helped win the state championship last year in basketball for the Spartans. At wide receiver, David Schilling, the 6', 195-pound senior. And at 5'10", 170, Sam Adams Vandal, the senior, on the other side of the ball. So Wahpeton going to get ready to kick off here as the breeze coming in now from the north side of the field. It started to the south side, now going from north to south on your dial. Wahpeton kicking off with the wind to their back into the southern end zone. So this will be where the Spartans start their first drive, driving south to north or right to left on your screen. I thank you guys for joining us on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home all season for Wahpeton Husky Athletics. Reminder, you can watch the game as well on KBMW News Live on YouTube. KBMW News Live on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe and the little bell so you never miss another game. Trey Malk, the do-everything player for the Huskies, the kicker, the punter, as well as the place kicker, linebacker, running back, does everything. He's going to kick off from the Wahpeton 40. Kick is away and going to be fielded near the 15, bringing the ball up the right sideline. Are the Spartans cutting it back in, jumps over one defender, down to the 33-yard line. Good return by Caden Rasmussen. So the Spartans starting with excellent field position on their first possession of this first quarter. 11:53 left on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 0-0 ball game from the 32-yard line. Remember, your Action Realty scoreboard as well. We have that camera going on the KBMW News Live. Ethan Welk still on the far sideline, getting the play from his head coach. Whole entire Spartan team lined up on that far side as they're maybe a little bit of miscommunication here, looking for a football to start this game off. Yeah, Spartans had one in the bag. Did not pull their own footballs out of the bag yet. Now we're ready to go here in Wahpeton. First down from the 32 from the far hash mark. Running back lined up behind, and Miller lined to the left side of Welk. Shotgun snap, receiver on either end. Handoff on the left side. Haugo gets things started early with a pickup of about 6 yards down near the 34-yard line.
Brought down by the Huskies, number 16, Evan Doctor.
Docker picks up the tackle. 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7 from the 36. 11:34 left from the near hash mark. Haugo lined up straight behind Welk out of the shotgun. Jumbo side on the right side of the formation. Miller, two-step drop back by Welk, looks right, throws right and out of the hands, the extended hands of Sam Adams Vandal. And that's the type of dangerous plays that this Spartan team can kind of pull on Wahpeton, as the Huskies going to pin their ears back and kind of go after the backfield every play, try to limit the amount of touches that Haugo has for open running space. Passing set, 3rd and 7 from the 36-yard line. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Motions Vandal across. Handoff on the jet sweep up the right side. Gets hit near the sticks, and that's going to be short. Wahpeton, big tackle on the far side. That looks like it was Evan Doctor. Michael Peterson, who's, I believe, I think he is filling in for Jackson DeVries. So Peterson replacing DeVries on that far cornerback position. 4th and 1 from the 41. And they're going to run the quarterback sneak. So Welk gets underneath center. 4th and 1 from the 41. Clock continues to tick. Handoff to Haugo. Going to get the first down and more. Chopped down for about a 3-yard pickup. Haugo on that right side. And that's where having those big guys in the trenches really matters. So the chain gang continues to move down the sideline. Clock stops at 10:34 in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game in your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard from the middle of the field. And Jack Miller and Buck Mill, they just had enough push on that right side of the formation. And we've seen Landon Ralph do a good job these past 2 weeks, this sophomore with a high motor. Shotgun snap for Welk. Motions Haugo in the backfield. Fakes the pitch to the right side. Looks deep. Throws deep. Has a man deep and in and out of the hands of Sam Adams Vandal again. That's going to be the second drop for Vandal. And Vandal just ran a nice fade route in between two defenders. Wahpeton's defense not able to keep up with him as he was crossing down the field. Clock stops at 10-12. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Receivers split out wide. Carter Zeller moves from left side of the formation to the right side. Handoff. Brought down for a short pickup. Good handoff by number 15, Rapsinson. Malk, credit for the tackle there. The linebacker with the high motor, Mr. Electric is what we call him on the broadcast. 3rd and 8 from the 47. Under 10 minutes to play in this first quarter. And we talked off air about what we expected from this game, and we knew that both teams were going to want to run the ball on the ground. Could be a quick one here in Wahpeton. Running back Miller to his left. Howgo to the backfield. Welk takes a step back, throws, and over the extended hand of Parker Dosh. So 4th and 8 from the 47. The punt team's going to come on. Interestingly enough, the Spartans in this first drive with a running back commit going to NDSU and Peter Howgo decided to throw the ball more than really ran it. Owen Payne on to punt the senior back at his own 30. Snap is back, kick is off, and good. Ended over end punt. Going to go out of bounds near the 22-yard line for the Huskies. So Trade Malk watched it bounce away, and the first time Wahpeton's offense is going to come on the field. 9:20 left here in the first quarter. And good time to give you the starting lineup for the Huskies. Up front, McCade Pickin, the starting center. Guards, Hunter Bulkey and Chase Marsh. At tackles, Luke Anderson and Landon Ralph. Bjorn Kubel, the junior quarterback, running this offense. Trade Malk in the backfield with him. Nick Langewald to your tight end. J.D. Gomez, Braden Steffens, your two wideouts, including Evan Doctor as well, playing the slot receiver position. Shotgun snap. Steffens able to get it out to Doctor and immediately tackled. Big hit by Carson Hanstead, the senior corner for the Spartans. So 2-yard pickup, 9:03 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game and Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard from the near hash mark. Kubla in the backfield, or out of shotgun with Malk to his right. Two receivers left, one to the right. Gomez, the near side receiver. Motions Docker back in the backfield with him. Takes a shotgun snap. Throws the out route to Gomez out of the extended hands. Hunter McCall helps his receiver back up. And that's what Kubla likes to do. He likes to work the sidelines before trying to get it back across the middle of the field. 3rd and 8 coming up, 8:42 left in this first quarter. 3rd and 8 from the 24-yard line. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Langewalter in the slot position on the near side of the field. Malk to the left side of Kubla. Shotgun snap, 2-step drop back. Looks right, throws it. Gets it to Langewalter out of bounds. I think he's going to be short of the sticks here, near the 30-yard line. Let's see how aggressive Wahpeton plays here in the first quarter. 4th and 3, and Trade Malk still on the field. That doesn't mean a whole lot. Yeah, they're going to punt. So a 3-and-out for Wahpeton in their first possession. Clock stops at 8:37 as the receiver went out of bounds. 0-0 ball game in your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Back to return. A Spartan near his own 35-yard line. Dosh back to return. End and over end punt is going to roll out of bounds near the 42-yard line. We'll call it what it is. 37-yard line, 8:29 left here in the first quarter. So a 3-and-out on the first drive for Fargo, a 3-and-out for the first drive for Wahpeton as well, both leading to punts. Spartans starting with good field position from the far hash mark. Jumbo set to the left side, the near side of the field. Carter Zeller, the 6'6" tight end on the line. So Wahpeton needs to look for the screen pass here on the near side of the field. Running back lined up straight behind Welk. Shotgun snap. Looks left, throws it, gets it to Sam Vandal out to the 45, to the 50, up the near sideline before he's pushed out of bounds. A pickup of around almost 20 yards, and exactly what we thought was going to happen there. The screen pass to Vandal. Chain gang moves, 8:19 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game in your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the Wahpeton 47. Miller lined up to the left side. Howgo straight behind Welk. Shotgun snap to the senior quarterback. Hands it off. Right side. Gets a hole. Pushes one man off and down near the 30-yard line. A pickup of another 10-plus yard as that was Rapsison on the run.
That game will bring up another Spartan first down. This one.
Caden Rasmussen, a 6'1", 160 junior, getting touches early in this one. So chain gang continues to move. Clock stops at 8:11 as it moves. 1st and 10 from the 33. Pistol formation. Handoff again to Rasmussen, this time to the left side. Gets over one defender before tackled by Nick Langewalter, the outside linebacker for Wahpeton. Pickup of 5. Under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton's defense able to get him off the field on the first drive. This drive, Spartans picking up yards in chunks. Miller lined up next to Welk. Shotgun snap, motions his receiver back across. Jet sweep to the right side. Gets one defender and spins. Wahpeton arm tackling before a sea of purple jerseys jump on top of him. That was Parker Dosch. Another jet sweep to the far side of the field, and that's the second jet sweep that Wahpeton hasn't been able to defend on. So inside the Tide Machinery red zone here in Wahpeton, 7:21 left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 11. Omo Martinez in on that tackle for Wahpeton. Welk got a shotgun. Miller to his right. Motions the running or wide receiver back in, keeps it himself, runs it up the gut, down near the goal line. The fake jet sweep to Dosch to run it up the gut. Going to be for 2nd and 1 from the 1. So 2nd and 1 from the 2 coming up here in the first quarter. 6:45 left in the first. Spartans trying to punch their first score of the game. Into the north end zone. Sun continues to set here in Wahpeton. 76 degrees and sunny. Welk goes under center. Fakes the handoff, hands it off to Zeller, who's going to walk in. So the end around by Carter Zeller gives him his first rushing touchdown of the day. The big tight end lumbers in. 6:23 left in the first quarter.
Spartans will be kicking for the point after.
Coming on to kick is Matt Walton. Watson lines it up. Snap is back, holds it down. The kick is up. And is good. Makes it a 7-0 ball game here in the first quarter. We come back, kickoff, Wahpeton trailing. We'll be back in a moment. 7-0 with 6:23 left in the first quarter on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back to Wahpeton. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Want to thank you guys for watching on KBMW News Live on YouTube. Want to thank Mama Zimmel for watching down in good old Texas, checking us out on KBMW News Live. Trademark back to return along with J.D. Gomez in the north end zone. Wahpeton not able to stop the Spartans on their second offensive drive. They took the ball down the field, punched it in on a 2-yard run from Carter Zeller on the tight end around. So if Wahpeton wants to stay in this one, can't get down by too many scores, this is a very important offensive possession for the Huskies. Squib kick bounces near the 40, and North trying to get on top of it. Were able to grab it before going out of bounds? They were. The onside kick good for Fargo North on the far sideline. Wow, what a play from the Spartans. They are not playing around with their food tonight. We were worried that North might overlook the Wahpeton Huskies. Not the case there, as Lucas Jackson able to make the grab. Deep in the Wahpeton territory, too, from the Husky 39. Normally on the onside kick, you're getting the ball on your side of the 50. Not the case there. And the high, I said it was almost like a squib kick. It was going out. I thought it was going to roll out of bounds. Instead, North was able to get underneath the ball, make the grab before going out. Perfectly kicked onside. Pistol formation. Haugo lined up behind Welk. Miller to his left. Shotgun snap from the far hash mark. Motions a wide receiver from right to left. Takes the shotgun snap. Hands off to Haugo. No, play action pass. The throw deep. Broken up by Docker, and they're going to call a penalty on the play. No, that's Braden Steffens, the wide receiver. Sophomore Steffens didn't go back to try to make any play on the ball. Instead, just went after the wide receiver. David Schilling was the intended receiver on the play. So the defensive pass interference going to give Spartans the ball and give them the first down as well. 6:15 left here in the first quarter as the Chang Gang moves. And you're so worried about the running game if you're Wahpeton that on the play action pass you bite, and maybe Steffens might have had a step slow on the receiver. But I'll tell you, you'd rather have the defensive pass interference than watch your receiver walk in for a score. First attempt from the Wahpeton 24. Shotgun snap, handoff to Haugo, runs to the right side of the formation. Oh, able to get past the extended arm, going to get down to the first down marker before pushed out by a bunch of Huskies on the far side of the field. We'll see if they mark him short or if they give it. Yeah, no, they're going to mark him maybe a toenail short of that first down. 2nd and 1 from the 15-yard line in the Titan Machinery red zone. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pistol formation, Miller to the right. Haugo lined up straight behind him. Shotgun snap to Welk. Hands the ball off to Miller. Able to fight off 2 defenders before being brought down again by a wave of purple. Wahpeton asking for the ball. They say they stripped it out. Officials disagree, say the runner was down before the ball popped out. 5:30 left here in the first quarter. And the Chang Gang again going to move along. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. So Spartans score, get the onside kick, driving now on the Huskies. Wahpeton defense, bend, don't break. They had a couple of good stops earlier this season. Welk on the option play. Gets by one defender, gets in to the score on the far sideline. Yes. Ethan Welk was met at the goal line by a Husky, and he lowered his shoulder and walked right over him. 13-0 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Extra point team coming on. Max Watson, 1 for 1 on the day for extra points.
Once again, kicking the point after is number 20, Max Watson.
Hold is down. The kick is up and is good. So Wahpeton trails by 2 scores. 5:09 left here in the first quarter. Wahpeton trailing 14-0. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back. Andrew Zill on the call. Wahpeton going to have to keep an eye out here as the last time North scored, they were able to get the onside kick. 5:09 left in the first quarter after the 7-yard run from quarterback Ethan Welk. Back to return, Malk and J.D. Gomez hanging out near their own goal line. Line drive kick goes into the secondary, brought out by Gomez. Going to be hit, sticked near the 30-yard line. So Gomez with a pickup of about 7 or 8 yards on the return. So we mentioned that Wahpeton, on the last kickoff, that Wahpeton would want to try to get the ball and have some offensive success, get the momentum going. Do not want to go down multiple scores. Well, here we are at 5:03 in the first quarter, 14-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. From the far hash mark, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk to his right. Motions a receiver back in. Shotgun snap. Hands it off to Malk. Makes one defender miss. Brought down for a short gain on the right side. And that is exactly kind of what we thought we'd expect to see out of this Husky offense, is getting the ball into Malk's hands, running an up-tempo offense. 2-yard pickup from the 29-yard line, 2nd and 8 for Wahpeton. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Steffens in the slot position on the far side of the field. J.D. Gomez, the near side receiver. Langewalter motion from left to right. Or right to left in the formation. Shotgun snap to Kubla. Looks right, throws a 50-50 ball to J.D. Gomez out of the extended hands. And Gomez did a lot of damage last week on the sidelines, able to make grabs and then walk out of bounds. Kubla maybe just overthrew his intended target by a couple of feet. 3rd and 8 from the 29-yard line. Clock stops again at 4:21. Good idea, though, to keep the ball moving. And if you do drop a pass, or say a pass goes incomplete, the clock does stop, and Wahpeton is going to want as much time as possible against the Spartan team, a team that likes to run the ball, eat up a lot of clock. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Malk in the backfield with Kubla. Shotgun snap. Looks right, throws right immediately, and the pass going to sail over the head of J.D. Gomez, out of play. 4th and 8 from the 29-yard line. Clock stops at 4:16, so another quick 3 and out for Wahpeton.
4th and 8 for the Huskies. In punt formation is number 44, Trey Malk.
And Malk getting ready to punt again. Rasmussen and Parker Dosch both back out.
Also back to return, Sam Adams.
Shotgun snap, the kick back. Fielded by Rasmussen at his own 40, over the 50, down near the 40-yard line. Good heads-up play by Rasmussen to pick up about 15, 20 yards on the return.
1st and 10, Fargo North.
From the Wahpeton 41, 1st and 10, 4:07 left. Pistol formation again for the Spartans. Rasmussen in the backfield. Miller going to move from the left side to the right side of Welk. Shotgun handoff up the middle. Rasmussen, wide open hole, bumbling, stumbling, fumbling down for a 5-yard pickup to the Wahpeton 35-yard line. And I'll tell you, the right side of that offensive line for the Spartans has done a ton of damage to this Wahpeton defense. Jack Miller and Xavier Buckmiller, both listed over 200 pounds. The seniors getting a big push on the defensive tackle and linebacker, getting able to work that second position of that Wahpeton defense, giving their running backs some room to work. Motion receiver, flips it over. Motions from right to left and brought down big time by Braden Steffens. Big tackle by Steffens. So that was Sam Adams Vandal being motioned from right to left there, far side of the field to the near side where there's a lot more room to work. Wahpeton finally able to sniff that one out. 3rd and 4 from the 35-yard line. 3:01 left in this first quarter. Wraps this in, lined up in the pistol formation. Shotgun snap to Welk. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right side, dumps it off. Big pickup by Miller, is able to keep it alive, but taken down outside, or just short of the first down marker. Good bootleg pass by Welk. Miller with the one-handed grab by the ankles. 4th and 1, deep in Wahpeton territory. I imagine that the Spartans probably are going to continue to play aggressive here.
Doctor for the Huskies.
4th and 2 from the 33-yard line. Clock stops at 2:47 as Miller was pushed out of bounds by the Husky defender. Big 4th down conversion attempt here for the Spartans. Pistol formation. Welk out of shotgun. Hands off to Haugo. Gets to the right side. 1st down and more. Shifty, able to brought down near the 20-yard line. Pick up about 13 for the NDSU commit. And you can tell the way that Haugo runs in this game and the way that his team is kind of rotating him in and out, getting him rest. He's playing both sides of the ball for the Spartans. That they want to give Wahpeton a couple of different looks, but also they know that if it comes down to it, that they're going to have the legs in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. 2:25 left in the 1st quarter. 14-0 ball game. Handoff, no fakes. The pitch to Haugo down the left side. Alligator tackle by Traden Malk, short of the 1st down marker. And nice option play by the Spartans to fake the handoff to Miller, run the option with Welk to dip it off to Haugo, who's going to be rotated out and bringing the defense, or bringing a new running back on. Kaden Rasmussen coming back on for the Spartans. 7-yard pickup on the option play to Haugo, though. 1:50 left in the 1st quarter. 2nd and 3 from the 16-yard line. The Titan Machinery red zone. Shotgun snap to Welk, and it's going to be low and to his left, so the quarterback just has to jump on top of it. Good play by Welk, but it's going to be a loss of about 7 yards. So 3rd and 10 from the 23-yard line, a break potentially for Wahpeton here. 1:15 left in the 1st quarter. And a rare bad snap from Dick. Solomon Opro in the backfield with Welk. Takes the snap, pump fakes, throws to the right side. Going to be a 50-50 ball, and broken up by the defensive back. Looked like Braden Steffens on the far side.
For number 10, that's Parker Dodge, broken up by the Huskies. Number 10,
Braden Steffens with a little bit of a redemption play there, breaking up that play. 4th and 11 from the 24. So Wahpeton might have been able to force a 3-and-out here. The field goal unit comes back on. Max Watson trying to attempt a 41-yard field goal.
That'll be spotted at about the 32.
50 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Snap is back. The kick is up. And a good 40-yard boot. Makes it 17-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Well, Wahpeton did a good job keeping the Spartans out of the end zone on that drive. Weren't able to keep them off the scoreboard. A 42-yard kick makes it 17-0 with 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Watson kicking off from their own 40. High, owned over end kick, fielded near the 7-yard line. Trade Malk shifty and pinned and slammed into the ground. Talk about a big hit on Trade Malk, and if you're Wahpeton, you don't want to see him get driven into the dirt too many times, because as a running back, you think that you got the shelf life of how many hits, and I'd be curious to see why he is the best athlete for the Huskies, how many kickoff returns he plays as his career continues. So trips to the left side, nobody on the right side of the formation for Wahpeton. Kubala out of shotgun. Malk in the backfield with him. Takes the snap. Fakes the hand. Oh! Hands the ball off to Malk and brought down. Looked like it might have been around the collar. No flag on the play. So a loss of maybe 3. Yeah, that's what they're giving him. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd and 13 from the 19-yard line. Saying they got his shirt, but again, Malk running hard. Langenwalter shifts from the right side of the formation to the left. 10 seconds on the play clock, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Get a snap off in time. They get throw over to Gomez on the near sideline. And laundry on the play. So zeros across the board to end the first quarter. Wahpeton want to get one more play off. We'll see if it's holding on the offensive line.
Penalty is holding against the Huskies.
So we might have an untimed down here. Officials talking about it here. Gomez is able to make that catch near the 25-yard line, and both teams going to their sideline. So we'll start the second quarter with 2nd and 23. We'll be back in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, 17-0 lead for the Fargo Spartans.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Wahpeton trailing 17-0 as we start this second quarter. The holding penalty going to be tacked on here for Wahpeton. So 2nd and 23 from their own 9-yard line to start the second quarter, driving out of the south end zone. Breeze going to be at their face. It's not a bad one yet, though, as the sun continues to set. 72 degrees right now in Wahpeton, North Dakota. In case you were trying to catch the Breckenridge Cowboy game, that game is on B92.7. Our guy Turner Bloffus on the call there. Hand off to the right side and brought down almost immediately, a pickup of maybe 2 yards. The Wildcat makes this 3rd and 23. 11:40 left here in the first quarter. Fargo North defense 3-4. A lot of big names there. That's Xavier Buckmiller up middle or at defensive line. Trina Davis and Carter Zeller. All 3 guys listed over 200 pounds. Davis playing nose guard, listed at 305, the 6'5 senior. Shotgun snap for Kubla. Trips to the left side of the field. Shotgun snap. Kubla looks left, throws across. Able to connect from down near the original line of scrimmage out to the 20-yard line, but going to be way short for the Huskies. Evan Doctor with his first reception of the night. So 4th and 12 coming up from the Wahpeton 20. Under 11 minutes to play in the first half. And Kubla going to come off the field again. Traden Mount coming out to punt, and I don't believe Wahpeton has got a first down yet. They have not. It has been 3 straight 3-and-outs for the Huskies. Mount punt is a line drive, bounced at the 50, rolls down to the 40, and jumping on top of it is Parker Dosch. So the Spartans have pretty much done whatever they wanted to do tonight. The defense for the Huskies were bailed out by a bad snap, but then a 42-yard kick by Max Watson is how the Spartans scored on their last drive. Starting the second quarter here, their first drive of the second quarter, going into the southern end zone. Wahpeton receives the ball to start the second half. They deferred after winning the coin toss and kicked off to Fargo North. Miller and Halgo come back on the field. Halgo lined up straight behind Welk. Shotgun snap for the senior quarterback. Motions the receiver in. Fakes the jet sweep pitch. Halgo runs to the right side. Weaving in between two defenders and brought down for a pickup of around 5 yards. Down near the 43-yard line. Going to be second and short. 10-10 left in the second quarter. Evan Doctor playing linebacker this season. Inside linebacker has done a lot of damage, and he's kind of like that second line of defense if the defensive line can't make a stop on the running back. Tonight, Halgo has done a lot. 2nd and 4 from the 43-yard line, under 10 minutes to play. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Motions the receiver back cross, jet sweep to the left side. Diving out, Steph is not able to make the play. To the 35, 40, out near the 30-yard line. Malk able to push him out of bounds. Big run by Parker Dosch.
On the play brings the Spartans to the Huskies 30-yard line.
Chain gang moves. 9:37 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the Wahpeton 30. 17-0 lead for the Spartans. Miller to the right side. Halgo lined up straight behind him. Pistol formation. Receivers bounce on either side. Carter moves from the right side to the left side of the formation. The big tight end. Shotgun snap for Welk. Again, near his ankles. Handoff to Halgo on the left side. Finds a room to run down near the first down marker before dived on top of again by 2 Wahpeton defenders. Looked like Carson Bannett's on the tackle. Wahpeton able to prevent the first down, but it's gonna the chain gang moves again. So 1st and 10 from the 20 on the Halgo 10-yard run. Officials were taking their time on that far sideline, deciding how far Halgo made it. Well, he lines up again out of pistol formation. Welk out of shotgun. 2 receivers to the left side. Carter, the tight end, to the right. Handoff to handoff up the middle to Kellen Daughtery. Caden Rasmussen again with the run up the middle. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 from the 16-yard line inside the Time Machine red zone. 8:50 left in the first half, correction. Pistol formation, Welk out of shotgun, Miller to his right. Receivers bounced out to either side. Been mostly a running attack. Welk, shotgun snap, throws across, and out of the hands of David Schilling. Another opportunity there for the Wahpeton secondary, who has done such an excellent job this season of picking off passes and making quarterbacks think twice about throwing their way. Steffens with 1 breakup in the end zone already, but that ball out of the hands of Schilling, the senior receiver listed at 6'4". Looked like his defensive back just wasn't able to get a hand on the play. 3rd and 6 from the 16-yard line. And like we said, we just mentioned how mostly been a running attack, and they've start throwing the ball around the field. We'll see if they do it here. Welk, shotgun pass. Hand off to the right side. Wraps us in. Able to find a hole down near the 10-yard line. Wahpeton defense again. A sea of purple jumping on top of him. Good gang tackling by the Huskies. We'll see if he's short of the chains or if they give him the extra push. Peterson on the tackle again for Wahpeton, filling in for Jackson DeVries, who out this week with a upper thigh contusion. Penalty in the backfield. False start on the offense. That's going to walk back. A nice run from Rapsison.
False start against the Fargo North Spartans.
3rd and 11 from the Wahpeton 31-yard line. Or 21-yard line, correction. 8:27 left here in the second quarter. 17-0 lead for the Spartans, trying to tack on some more points as they drive into the southern end zone. Welk out of shotgun. Clock continues to tick, 8:15 left. Motions a running back inside. Fakes a jet sweep. Throws across to Zeller, who walks in for the touchdown. Carter Zeller, the 6'6" tight end, he makes his second trip to the end zone this evening. First one on a run, this one on a nice 21-yard catch. Watson comes on for the extra point. 23-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Welk the holder. Snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and is good. 3 for 3 on extra points tonight. Makes it 24-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back. Andrew Zim on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley. KBMW Spartans have their way with this Wahpeton defense, picking up chunks of yards 10 at a time. So Watson again getting ready to kick off from their own 40-yard line. Deep kick, end over end, is going to go out of the or into the end zone for a touchback. No return from Traden Malk, and Wahpeton looking to pick up their first down of the evening. 8:05 left here in the second quarter. Offense has looked rough in the first couple of, or the first quarter and first minutes here of this second quarter. But Wahpeton starting with good field position at their own 20-yard line. Better than their own 9, where they started the last drive. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Malk in the backfield with Kubala. Motion Steffens across the formation. Fakes the handoff, and Malk wrapped up, but not before anything happens as Laundry on the field. See what the call is here by the head official. False start on the offense, so Wahpeton going to walk this one back again. 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15 from the 15-yard line. Well, when it rains and pours, gentle breeze coming in from the north end zone. Wahpeton working against it, working south to north or right to left on your screen. You can watch the game on KBMW News Live as well. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla motions Steffens across the formation from right to left. Pitches the ball and jumped on top of by the Spartans. And the option play from Kubla, Malk not able to hold on to that ball. Kind of one of those where it hits every part of your hand, and you're seeing it in slow motion. So Spartans take it over. First and goal from the Wahpeton 9-yard line. $7:59 left as the offense comes back on the field for the Spartans. Haugo and Miller on the field. Welk lining up under center. Pass thrown up, 50-50 ball, and not able to bring it down. Under center, Welk wanted to throw it over to David Schilling. You don't see that every time, or you don't see that a ton. The pro-style offense, quarterback gets underneath the center, two-step drop back and throwing it into that left corner of the end zone. Miller coming off the field, Welk coming back on after getting the play from his head coach. Second and goal from the 9. Clock stops at 7:53 on the incomplete pass. Braden Steffens again, nice breakup. The defensive back position has a couple of tackles on the day as well. Welk gets back underneath center. Hand off to Haugo. Makes one defender miss. Runs to the right side into the corner of the end zone for a 9-yard score. So on a fumble by the Huskies, Haugo chalks up another touchdown to his stellar career for the Spartans. 30-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Extra point team coming on. Three for three on the day. We'll see if we can get the announcers jinx on Watson. Snap is down. Kick is up. And is good.
Watson's kick for point after is good.
31-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. When we come back, more from Wahpeton on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. 31-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Spartans looking like the best team in the state. Watson kicks off, and Malk watched it bounce into the end zone. So Wahpeton had their ball. Were able to, that was a good one. PA announcer, maximum distance Watson. I like that on Max Watson's name. That's a good one. One that I feel like I should have come up with first, but that's neither here nor there. 7:46 left in the second quarter. From the middle of the field, Wahpeton had the ball to start their last drive around the same position. A fumble on the option play led to a 9-yard run for Peter Haugo. And that guy does look like a dude who could be running on Saturdays. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Malk in the backfield with Kubla. Motion Steffens across the formation. Handoff to Malk. Makes one defender miss. Rolls out down near the 25-yard line, and that's exactly what this Wahpeton offense needs, a little bit of a spark from Mr. Electric. Haugo doing it both ways, playing linebacker for the Spartans as well. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. 7:24 left in the second quarter. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Kubel out of shotgun. Motion Steffens from the slot position on the left to the right side. Shotgun snap. Hands off to Malk, trying to find some running room and pulled down again by a host of Spartans. And it's one thing for Malk to get caught in the open field. It doesn't happen a whole lot, but when you're getting dogpiled on by multiple linebackers listed at 5'10", 150, he's not the type of guy that can, I don't think he likes having all that meat on top of him. 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line, 6:35 left here in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubel out of shotgun, running back to his left side, or his right side, correction. 4 on the play clock. Shotgun snap, able to fakes the handoff, looks right, throws with a defender in his lap, overthrows his intended target, J.D. Gomez. Might be for the best, as Gomez was covered by about 4 white jerseys. So Wahpeton's punt team comes out again, deep in their own territory. Clock stops at 6:16, 4th and 7 from the 23-yard line. It should be noted, this is a testament to this Spartan defense. Wahpeton still has not picked up a first down, I believe. That's something that we haven't seen. I don't think I've seen that ever from Wahpeton in the years I've been calling this game. Snap back, kick is off, fielded near the 45, out to the 50, to the 45-yard line, and big tackle, nice hit by Evan Docker on the near side. And sometimes as a defensive player, that's exactly what you need to do, is get some of that aggression out, and best way to do it on that punt team. Lay the hit on somebody. Spotted near the Husky 43-yard line, again, already on the Wahpeton side of the field. That's the 3rd drive that they've began on the Wahpeton side of the field. They've been able to score just about every time they've touched the ball. I think we've forced 1 punt so far. Receivers split out either side. Shotgun snap to Welk. Hand off. Almost caught in the backfield. Ramsonson able to be pulled down for a short pickup as Braden Steffens was able to get off his block and wrap up the running back on the left side of the field. Pickup of 1. So 2nd and 9 from the 42-yard line. 5:50 left in the second quarter. 31-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton trails in this Week 3 matchup against one of the best teams in the state of North Dakota. It does not matter the classification. I think Fargo North can play with just about everybody. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, running back in the backfield with Welk. Motions the runner, jet sweep to the right side. Able to make 1 defender miss before being brought down near the 35-yard line. Another good run by Parker Dosh. 3rd and 3 from the Wahpeton 34-yard line, 36-yard line. 5:10 left in the first half. Well, coming back off from the sideline, getting the play from his head coach. Pistol formation again. Shotgun snap to Welk, flips it over to Ramsonson on the left side. Finds a hole to run. 1st down and more to the 25, to the 20, down near the 19-yard line. Rasmussen again with a nice run to the left side of the field. The Spartan offensive line getting a big push. Either side, we talked about Miller and Buckmiller on the right side of the line. We've got to talk about Xander and Taylor on the left side. And Welk hasn't had to throw the ball around a ton in this game as the Spartans break the huddle. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line in the Tide Machinery red zone. 4:35 left in the second quarter from the far hash mark. Shotgun snap to Welk, fakes the handoff. The play action pass, looks right, throws it into the back of the end zone. Touchdown pass connected to Parker Dosh. Second passing touchdown, this one of 20 yards. 20-yard connection from Welk to Dosh. Extra point coming on with 4:26 left in the second quarter. Watson, 4-4 on the night. Snap is back, kick is up. And is good. 38-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment with more on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics. 4:26 left in the second quarter. 38-0 Fargo North Spartans.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley. KBMW Wahpeton Trails 38-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Watson's kickoff out of the back of the end zone. So, Wahpeton starting at their own 20-yard line. We'll take a quick break for legal ID. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
AM 1450 KBMW, Breckenridge, Wahpeton, and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, powered by Vision Ford Lincoln. DriveWithVision.com.
Welcome back. 4:26 left here in the third quarter. Spartans lead 38-0. Wahpeton not looking for their first score, also looking for their first down. Offense has been sputtering here. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Motion Steffens into the backfield with him. Takes a shotgun snap. Option play. Tifla's over to Malk. And the ball popped out again. White jersey's on top of it. And they're giving it back to the Spartans. That's the second turnover Wahpeton has had here in the first half, both on option plays to Traden Malk. And it's not Malk's fault on these plays. That ball pitched to him back in the middle of three guys. He hit the ground, ball popped right out of his chest. Better field position here if you're going to turn the ball over, though, instead of from your 9, now from your 25. So, got to find a silver lining somewhere. 4:18 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. $1:59 left in the second quarter. Carrington leads Thompson 30-7. Shotgun snap, handoff up the middle. Makes two defenders miss, rolls into a third defender. Down near the first down marker is Sam Friedel, the 175 senior running back. Friedel, the third different runner that we have seen for the Spartans. 2nd and 1 from the Wahpeton 16. 3:50 left in the second quarter. Spartans break the huddle. Welk out of shotgun. Pistol formation. Friddle line up at the running back position. Shotgun snap. Fakes a handoff. Play action pass. Throws to the left side. Gets it out to his tight end. Runs over one defender out near the goal line. That was Joe Rose, the 6'5", 240 tight end. And we talked about Zeller and Rose as the twin towers, these two tight ends that bookend the offensive line. Rose has been targeted a couple times, not able to get the ball to him. Was able to get there. So 1st and goal from the 1. And if you're Rose, you're thinking to yourself, man, if I could just have reached the ball over the goal line there, getting a score. Instead, I imagine going to go to a running back in this position as Friddle lines up in the pistol formation right behind Welk, the senior quarterback. Shotgun snap. Handoff to Friddle down near the goal line, and they're giving the sign that it was in. Good to go on the 1-yard run. 3:22 left in the second quarter. And a Husky on the field down. So we'll take a quick break. You come back with more in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer. Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and healthcare, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com. It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Omar Martinez able to be helped off the field, able to walk off on his own, which is good to see. We like Omar Martinez here on the broadcast, a fan favorite for sure. Watson coming on to kick the extra point after the Friddle 1-yard touchdown plunge. 44-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. The extra point is up and is no good. Well, look at that. Now we know what to do there.
Just off the left upright.
Off the upright makes it 44-0. We'll be back in a moment with more right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Don't touch that dial because we have a very exciting halftime show for you. The Mid-Dakota Ag Products halftime show. Going to go over the keys, the Smith Motors keys to the second half. Do not want to miss out on that. 44-0 lead for the Fargo North Spartans as they have come into Wahpeton and put their fingerprints on all three aspects of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. Speaking of special teams, there's Watson kicking the ball off into the end zone again. So, couldn't have a much better day for Matt Watson. 5 of 6 on extra points, 40-yard kick, an onside early. Solid day for the Spartans kicker, Matt Watson. 3:22 left here in the second quarter. Wahpeton still looking for that elusive first down. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield. It's going to be Steffens and Mauk. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Spartans bring 4. Kubla looking for somebody in the flats. Chased by 3. Throws it into the dirt. Stops the clock at 3:15. 2nd and 10. Spartans sniffed out that the play action RPO very quickly. And that's the one thing that Wahpeton really can't do is just hand the ball off up the middle and try to get some extra yards there. They don't have a big back like they might have had in years prior. Trading out is number 28, Michael Peterson, running for Mauk in the backfield. So that's something that we haven't seen a ton of this season. Peterson lined up to the left side. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla is still quarterbacking, shotgun snap. Throws right. Gomez goes back for it and broken up by the Spartans defense. Did Decent option there on the far side. Spartan defensive back just able to jump in front of that one, break it up in time. 3rd and 10 from the 20. Clock stops at 3:09. Again, Wahpeton using the pass a lot more in this game, just not able to convert. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Peterson to the right side of Kubla. Play clock down to 6. Handoff up the middle and tackled immediately. Spartan defense all over that one, sniffed it out, and Peterson just got swallowed up like Jonah and the whale, man. That was something. Clock continues to run under 3 minutes of play here in the second quarter. 4th and 13 from the Wahpeton 17-yard line. And Malk, who is on the sideline talking to Omar Martinez, is going to have to come on and punt. They were trying to give Malk some time off, let him catch his breath before having to go back out there. Martinez still stretching out near the track underneath us. Malk comes on to punt. 2 seconds left on the play clock, and Wahpeton going to have to take a timeout. So they take their first timeout. 2:20 left in the second quarter. 44-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. Come back with more in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Coming out of timeout, Wahpeton punt team on now. 4th and 13 from the 17-yard line. 2:20 left in the second quarter. Wahpeton going to have a lot of things to talk about in halftime. And the Spartans rotating guys on already. Snap is back and the kick is off. Ended over end kick. Fielded on the Wahpeton side of the field to the 45 to the 40. And good tackle by Wahpeton. J.D. Gomez was able to grab the ankle. Was able to grab the ankle from Jacob Sagi, the return man. And if he didn't get that shoelace tackle, that could have been a punt 6. A lot of room on that left side, and that's exactly what Zaki had his eyes on. Gomez makes that shoelace tackle, stops it from happening. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. 2nd and 11 to start things off here. A correction, 1st and 10. 2:11 left in the second quarter. Firing all cylinders. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, running back in the backfield. Shotgun snap, gets the jet sweep out to the wide receiver. Down, out near the first down mark. No, able to stay on his feet. Brought down near the 15. Another good sweep by Sam Adams Vandal. And the jet sweep, something that the Wahpeton Huskies going to look on film on Monday and maybe game plan the rest of the season for. Because the jet sweep has been the bane of the Wahpeton defense's existence this evening. Jet sweep left, jet sweep right. And holding on the offense, hey, that'll help him out.
Penalty on the play was holding against the Fargo North Spartans.
1:59 left in the first half. And that nice run on the jet sweep by Sam Adams Vandal going to be called back. That's a pickup of around 40 yards on that run. $15-yard penalty on the play. 1st and 10 from the 42. They're telling us chop block in the press box. And we'll see what the stoppage is here now as the officials whistling about it. And there we go. Getting things underway now. 1st and 16 from the 46-yard line, still on the Wahpeton side of the field. So the Wahpeton Huskies have had situations here before. Mooshing it again. High snap this time. Able to be saved by the running back. Running back gets to the 30, to the 20, pushing another defender into the dirt. Good save by Joe Bjorkman, the senior running back. The ball snapped over the head of Welk, and good thing the running back was there with his head on a swivel. A pickup of about 20 yards. 1st and 10 now inside the Wahpeton red zone again. And I've heard of Murphy's Law. It's Murphy's game, because that's exactly what's happening to the Huskies this evening. Everything that can go right has gone right for the Spartans. 1:40 left in the first half. Wide receivers split out to either side. Welk got a shotgun. Takes the snap, looks right, throws it across, and in and out of the hands again of Sam Adams-Vandal. If there was one blemish on this game for the Spartans, would be some of the drops that the wide receivers have had. 1:30 left. 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Welk is connected with his tight end a couple times. We'll see if this is another one of those possessions here, coming off from the far sideline and coming back into the huddle. That is one of the better conditioning things you can have for your quarterback, is having him run sideline to sideline, taking those plays in. Running back to the left side of Welk. Shotgun snap to the senior. Runs the option play to the left side. Bootleg, throws it out into the flats, able to get in for another score.
Welk's sprint out pass is good for a touchdown. Complete to number 10, Parker Dodd.
Parker Dosh able to pick up another score, makes this 50-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard with 1:20 left in the second quarter. Watson comes on for the extra point. 1:20 left. Snap is down. Kick is up. And is good.
Kick is good for the Fargo North Spartans.
Makes it 51-0 with 1:20 left in the first half. We'll be back with more in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back. Andrew Zim on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. 1:20 left here in the first half. Wahpeton trails 51-0. Watson getting ready to kick off. Back to return for the Huskies is Gomez. And I believe Peterson back there to return as well, as Wahpeton going to rotate some other guys in, giving some dudes maybe a little bit of break on the offensive or the offensive side of the ball. Ball goes out of the back of the end zone, and 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Wahpeton looking for that first down, not able to convert yet in this first half. 1:20 left in the second quarter. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Kubla out of shotgun, running back to his right. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off up the middle, and swallowed immediately by the defensive line of the Spartans. No gain, really, on the run by Peterson. 1:05 left in the first half. 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Hunter McCall calling the plays on the near sideline, giving the call in to his offense. Play clock down to 10. Game clock down to 40 seconds in this first half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Motions a receiver across the formation. Handoff up the middle to Peterson. Makes one defender miss before being tackled by a host of linebackers. 30 seconds left in this first half. So Wahpeton can get one more play off, or they can go into halftime knowing they're going to return to start the second half. Ten seconds left in the first half, and that'll do it for this first half of action. Make sure you stay tuned to the halftime report brought to you by Minn Kota Ag Products. And zeros across the board. So we'll come back in a quick second, talk first half stats, give you a rundown of what's happened so far, and your Smith Motors keys to the second half. All coming up in the Minn Kota Minn Kota Ag Products halftime report right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Spartan goes into halftime leading 51-0.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Well, we are in the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime report, and Wahpeton trailing 51-0. No first downs in that first half for Wahpeton. Something that I think comes as a shock to a lot of people. I know it comes as a shock to me because I did not see that coming. Let's go through your stats. Well, Wahpeton won the toss, decided to defer to the second half, and on that first drive, the Spartans were able to work down their field, ended up on a 2-yard run with 6:23 left in the first quarter. From Carter Zeller, the big tight end, the extra point was good from Max Watson, made it 7-0. Onside kick, I think, surprised the Huskies in a lot of ways, and with 5:09 left in the first quarter, a 7-yard run was a 7-yard run, made it 14-0 after the extra point from Watson. Wahpeton had a 3-and-out, and then was able to keep the Spartans out of the end zone, forced a 40-plus yard field goal from Max Watson, which he converted. 42-yard field goal was good, made it 17-0. Wahpeton got the ball back, another 3-and-out. And at 8:05 in the second quarter, a 21-yard connection from Welk to Carter made it 24-0 after the extra point. At 7:46 left, a 9-yard run from Haugo, his only scoring touchdown of the day, made it 31 after the extra point. At 4:26, another passing touchdown from Ethan Welk. This one, 20 yards to Dashe, made it 38-0 after the extra point conversion. At 3:22 left in the second quarter, a 1-yard run from Friddle up the gut after a Wahpeton turnover in their own side of the field, inside actually their own 15-yard line. A 1-yard run from Friddle made it 44-0. The extra point was no good for Max Watson. Wahpeton got the ball back, another 3-and-out. And at 1:20 left in the first quarter, an 18-yard connection from Welk to Dosh. Their second connection of the day made it 51-0 after the extra point from Watson. So if you're scoring it at home, that is 7 different times. The 7 different times the Spartans have been able to get into the end zone, and then a field goal by Watson makes it 51-0. Wahpeton, one of the more poor showings on offense through the first 2 games of the season after beating Devils Lake in Week 1 and giving the Rough Riders as much as they could handle last week in Grand Forks. The Spartans team offensive line has really done a lot of damage on actually both sides of the ball, the offense and the defensive line, pushing around the Huskies. Keys to the second half brought to you by Smith Motors. We'll go through Wahpeton first. First key is you got to get the ball moving here. Trey Malk didn't play most of the last – he played – let's say this. He did not play the last about 3 minutes of the second quarter. My thought is that they're resting him up, give him the halftime, and then in the second half, they're really going to put the ball in his hands here because that is exactly what needs to happen. Wahpeton trailing by 51 points. Your thought process might not be, hey, we can close the gap in one quarter, but the goal should be not get skunked. And I think that's what head coach Wade Gilbertson and Hunter McCall are going to go into halftime with that thought process. How can we scheme the second half, getting the ball out of halftime to work down the field and work down the field and score some points on this Friday night. The other connection here is Bjorn Kubala to his wide receivers. There's been a little bit of a disconnect. Kubala has been under pressure a lot with the linebackers and defensive line really getting pressure, getting in space, and making him uncomfortable on those throws, but only was able to connect to J.D. Gomez for a short gain early. Nick Langewalter has been pretty much invisible in the passing game for the Huskies, as well as the fact that Trayden Mauck hasn't been able to get the ball in any sort of passing situation either. It's been mostly runs up the gut and counters. So Wahpeton's offense struggling in the first half. That is the first key. The second half, the defense has done a good job. It's really hard to tell those guys, hey, you got to play harder, because they have done a great job being put in very tough situations. The Rough Riders have started, I think there's 7 scoring drives, I believe 4 of them have started on the Husky side of the field. So you're giving your opponent short field situations, and they've been able to convert and pick up big gains on there. For the Spartans, keys to the second half, pretty much keep doing what you're doing here. If you're Peter Halgo, the NDSU commit, stay healthy. That is really the name of the game here, and I imagine that's what the Spartans are going to do. Rotate some different running backs in, put themselves in a position here to see what else they have on this depth chart in case somebody does go down or somebody gets knocked up as the playoff season continues. You'd like to have film. You like to kind of know what else you have in the stables at the running back position, a position that is so critical for the Spartan offense that does most of their damage on the ground. So we'll take another quick break, come back with your second half in a moment right here on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that mom and dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for mom and dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and healthcare, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700. And make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m.
Welcome back. Andrew Zim on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening and watching on KBMW News Live on YouTube and listening on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, of course. Right now, Breckenridge leads Staples Motley 14-7 in the third quarter. Our guy Turner Bloffus on the call on that one on B92.7, as well as streaming on KBMW News Live on YouTube as well. Well, about 1 minute left here in the halftime report, and we have gotten word that there will be running clock in the second half as the Huskies trail 51-0. And you got to think to yourself, and we'll talk to head coach Wade Gilbertson on the Giants Sports Show tomorrow, every weekend at 9 a.m. In fact, I believe it's going to be this weekend and next weekend. That's correct. So this weekend and next weekend, the 9th and the 16th. The 23rd we have off because of the big auction, the big fall auction on the i3G network. So if you are in the mood for that, if you're trying to get good deals, the big fall auction is for you. Going to be wanting to tune in on the 23rd. And of course, you can go to the Wheeler Dealer tab on KBMWnews.com as well. Well, running clock in the second half means that the Wahpeton Huskies going to have less of a chance to make the damage with the ball. The big story in the first half, of course, was how well the offense looked for the Spartans. They did an excellent job moving the ball down the field. Wahpeton, on the other hand, did not do that. One of the more interesting things we have seen from this Husky team this season, the fact that they have were held not only scoreless but without a first down. I understand that the defensive line for the Spartans, one of the better ones in the state, but they just swallowed up everything Wahpeton wanted to do. Team on the near sideline coming out of halftime, and they're going to receive the ball. That is really where this entire thing started for Wahpeton. Was they won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. Not something that they've done a lot. Normally what they do is take the ball to start the game. So now they come out of halftime returning. Max Watson kicking off from his own 40. He has done a good job of keeping the ball away from the return men for Wahpeton. High kick, end over end, and out of the end zone again for Watson. So Wahpeton starts from their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 20 to start this second half. Trying to find Traden Malk on the field as Michael Peterson running the ball now for Wahpeton. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Kubla out of shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, gets the pass out, and bounces off the knee of Braden Steffens. So 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Clock and a run the rest of the half. Ball in and out of the hands of Steffens, and that was one of the better run plays by the Wahpeton offense here as the second string in for defense for the Spartans. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, boots to the right side, gets it out to Langewalter on the far side. Out for the first down, out of bounds. So first and 10 coming up from the 33-yard line. First down of the night for Wahpeton, getting things started here in the second half. 11 minutes left in the third quarter as Wahpeton rotating offensive linemen on and off.
First and 10, Huskies on their own 32.
Landon Ralph coming off, being replaced by another right tackle. First and 10 from the 32, 10:45 left. Two running backs in the backfield with Kubla, two receivers to the left, one to the right. Shotgun snap for the Husky quarterback, hands it off and wrapped up immediately in the backfield is Steffens.
Hand up with the Braden Steffens. He's been in the backfield.
Loss of about 5 yards, so second and 15. Swallowed up by, again, the Spartan defense. That looked like it was going to be Owen Paul, the sophomore defensive lineman for Fargo North. For the 26-yard line, Kubla out of shotgun. Two receivers to the left and one to the right. Takes the low snap. Peterson jumps on top of it, able to get a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards. Pushing near the original line of scrimmage. So another bad snap by the Wahpeton offense. Actually a rarity from this offensive line. They usually play the ball really well.
Making that stop, several North Spartans, including number 30.
Pickup of about 5. Third and 10 from the 32-yard line. 9:40 left in the third quarter. 51-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard if you're just joining us here on the I3G Sports Network. Two receivers to the left and one to the right. Out of shotgun is Kubla. Senior quarterback gets his guys set, 10 on the play clock. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throw to the right side. Trying to get it to J.D. Gomez on the far sideline. Overthrows his intended target, so 4th and 10 from the 32. And we'll see if Wahpeton continues to play aggressive here. The clock continues to run. 9 minutes left, and Trade Mount comes back on the field to punt for Wahpeton. So I guess that's kind of where head coach Wade Gilbertson has put his plans for Trade Mount. Going to save him from getting beat up on the offensive side of the ball. Instead, let him punt, maybe kick some field goals potentially. And I wonder if they'll play him on the defensive side of the ball, if they'll protect him there. Punt off, bounces down to the 30, rolls down to the 20-yard line as Wahpeton able to jump on top of it near the 19. So first and 10, worst field position of the day for the Spartans. Their first offensive possession to start the second half. Clock continues to tick. 8:26 left in the third quarter. So the Spartan offense comes on the field, an all-new team. Out of shotgun is Kellen Daughtery, the 6'1" sophomore quarterback. Run up the middle by number 22. That was Mikkel Lockwood, the sophomore. So, yeah, Spartan's going to get some playing time, get some film on some of their younger guys. 2nd and 5 from the 24-yard line. Under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter as the clock continues to tick. 51-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Give you an I3G Sports Network update here in a moment. New Rockford Shea Mandock leads 15-14 over North Prairie. Run on the left side and rolled down. Another good run by Lockwood for a first down. Carrington leads Thompson 30-15 at halftime. Langenwalter made the shoelace tackle to prevent the big run. And I'll tell you, man, an 80-yard run there from Lockwood would do a lot to harm the mental health of, I think, some of the guys on this team. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Daughtery lining his team up. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Motions are running back across. Hands the ball off. No, ball on the ground. Wahpeton jumps on top of it. Did they get the possession? They're pointing towards the north end zone. Were they able to recover it? And what a play by the Huskies to recover to force the turnover on the bad handoff on the jet sweep from left to right. 6:35 left as Wahpeton offense comes back on from the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Wahpeton student section still very much intact tonight.
At the Spartans 34.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pass out into the flats to Langenwalter. Down out to the 20, to the 15, and Nick Langenwalter finds a seam, able to get out into the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 11. 6:05 left in the third quarter.
Making the tackle for the Spartans, number 80, Owen Poole.
Owen Poole with the tackle. 5:55 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. McCall giving the signs from the near sideline. Peterson in the backfield with Kubla. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Langenwalter on the left side of the formation, the tight end for the Huskies. Shotgun snap. Play action pass. Throws into the right side and out of the extended hands of J.D. Gomez. Not able to pull it down as he goes into the track around the stadium. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Clock continues to tick. 51-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in favor of the Fargo North Spartans, the visiting team this evening. Three receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Out of shotgun, running back on the right side. Takes the snap, looks right, throws right, gets it across, and in. Evan Doctor with the 12-yard reception. 4:35 left here in the third quarter. Big reception for Doctor. Nice inside slant. Action point team comes on. Snap is down. The kick is up from Malk. And is good. 51-7 under Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll come back in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Clock stops at 3:37 here in the third quarter. Wahpeton able to get on the board for the first time this evening. A 12-yard reception from Bjorn Kubla to Evan Doctor. And a nice slant run, able to get in the seam, maybe to break up some of those underclassmen for the Spartans. Weren't expecting Doctor on that short pass. Trade Malk gets the line drive kickoff. Fielded near the 10-yard line, brought up to the 25, to the 30, and swung down by a speeding Husky. returned by Jacob Sogg. Nick Langewalter, everyone on the field in the special teams. 3:40 left as the clock continues to tick. Going to be running clock for the second half as Wahpeton trails 51-7 on Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Spartans break the huddle. Pistol formation as the new quarterback is Kellen Daughtery. Fakes the handoff, now gets it to his fullback. Down, out, near the 35-yard line. Lockwood gets it down to about the 35-yard line on the 6-yard run. 2nd and 4 from the 36. 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Making the tackle for the Huskies, number 73, Dom Dupenay.
Daughtery breaks the huddle. Running backs either side of him. Wide receivers split out deep. Wahpeton's defense brings 2 more men on the line. Bring 5. Nobody was there for the handoff. Daughtery looking for somewhere to go and slides out. Loss of about 4 on the play. Kellen Daughtery.
Tripping him up is number 16, Evan Doctor for the Huskies.
Evan Doctor on the tackle. So 2:20 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 7 from the 33-yard line. Spartans in their own territory. Out of shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Handoff on the right side, finds a hole. 35 to the 40, to the 45 up the sideline. Makes one defender miss. Lockwood stuck there by a defensive lineman for Wahpeton. That was Nick Langewalter on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. And that's the thing when you're rotating some of those sophomores and juniors in, if you're the Spartans, even with the clock still running, they're trying to get their highlight play for their TikTok, for their Instagram. They want to break off a play. So this Wahpeton defense, they can't take their foot off the pedal. They have to continue to try to come as hard as they can, even trailing 51-7. Otherwise, this could get even more ugly. From the near hash mark, 2 receivers to either side. Snap over the head of the quarterback. Going to eat it himself. Runs to the left side. Trying to make it back to the line of scrimmage and is able to. Walks out of bounds for a pick of about 3. And I'll tell you, man, that is something that this team has done an excellent job of tonight, is turning a lot of broken up plays and trying to find something or find a way to make them work. And that's exactly what the Spartan team has done. That's what great teams do. 2nd and 9 from the 49-yard line on Wahpeton side of the territory. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Pistol formation. Daughtery out of shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff. No. Play action pass. Looks deep. Throws deep. A duck. And walks into the end zone for the score. Clay Colging, the junior, able to grab that wounded duck out of the air and walk in for his first score of the day. 57-7 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Clock going to run out here in the third quarter. So we'll start the fourth quarter with the extra point. Or are we going to kick the extra point here with 0-0? So that's not what we're going to do. Wahpeton defense, they ate on the play action pass. Nobody was back there to defend Clay Colging. And Max Watson comes on for, I believe this is his 8th extra point of the day. Snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and is good. We'll be back with more in a moment. 58-7 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to Wahpeton. Andrew Zim on the call with you. 58-7 after the 49-yard touchdown score by the Spartans. We go into the fourth quarter. Clock will continue to run here for the Huskies. They were able to put a score up on the board in the third quarter, and that's exactly what head coach Wade Gilbertson wanted when we talked to him in the pregame show. I do not think that he thought the game would go the way that it has so far. Beautiful night here, though, in Fargo. 66 degrees, clear skies, breeze coming gently from the north end zone, breezing to the south side. So outside of the score, perfect day for a football game. Max Watson comes on again to kick off for the Huskies as the Wahpeton coaching staff leaving the press box. (58-7) in the fourth quarter. Back to return, J.D. Gomez and Braden Steffens. And correction, kicking off this time is Lucas Jackson. Jackson's kick watches it go out of bounds near the 30-yard line. So Jackson with the squib kick. Launcher on the play. And the Wahpeton offense is going to start with good field position. Kuba coming on again. No, it's going to be a new quarterback for Wahpeton. Going to give the ball to the underclassman. Going to be Ryan Fack. Score right now in the Breckenridge game, close game, 14-13. Breckenridge over Staples Motley in the fourth quarter. That game, the first home game for the Breckenridge Cowboys.
Time for the Booster Club 50-50 drawing. Grab those tickets.
Clock starts to tick as Fack gets his lineup onto the field. 10 seconds on the play clock. Rylan Flack, the freshman quarterback, pressured immediately, throws the ball away in between two defenders. And the play action pass looked like he was trying to get it across the middle of the field. Hey, welcome to Class AA football moment right there. 11:20 left in this fourth quarter. Wahpeton trails 58-7 on Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Handoff on the right side. Peterson spins off one defender and brought down by two more. So Michael Peterson a pickup of about 2 yards. 3rd and 8 from the 37-yard line. 10:50 left in the fourth quarter. Ryan Flack getting the play from the far sideline as the Huskies have only had one scoring drive coming in the third quarter. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Tight end moving from the right to the left side of the formation. Flack shotgun snap, handoff to Peterson. Pickup of about a couple yards as he's able to fight for a 2-yard gain. 4th and long coming up. 10 left here in the fourth quarter. 58-7 game in favor of the Fargo North Spartans. The number one team voted on by the North Dakota media this past week, and they got all 17 first-place votes. I imagine they're probably going to get all 17 again this week, the way that they have done whatever they wanted to do here in this contest. punt off and fielded near the 35-yard line out to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Solg out to the 40-yard line on the far side, stays in bounds out to the 35.
For the Huskies was number 2, Matt Peterson. Nice return.
Matthew Peterson punted that ball away, the freshman, and Wahpeton trying to see what else they have. So 1st and 10 from the Wahpeton 22-yard line on that return by Jacob Solg. And that's what I was telling you earlier, that this Wahpeton team, they cannot take their foot off the gas in any way. Even when you're trailing by as much as you are, you continue to have to play at full speed. Otherwise, the other team, they're going to get guys in there that continue to want to play and get some film. Snap, handoff up the middle. Breaking off to the right side. Fights off one tackler, down a pickup of a couple yards on Elijah Kawuki, the junior running back, to the right side. And the Spartan team, I was talking to the coaching staff before this one, senior group, they're going for the state championship this game after coming up short last year to Jamestown. They're telling me that the second and third class, so the junior and sophomore class, the drop-off is there, but it's not that noticeable. So this is a North team that could continue to terrorize the Class AA division for a while. 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, 2nd and 5 from the 17-yard line in the Time Machinery red zone. Hand out to the left side. Tackled near the line of scrimmage. Good stop by the Wahpeton offense on the left side.
Number 22, Jackson Carlson.
Kwaku picks up about 2 yards on the carry, so 3rd and 3 from the 15-yard line. 7:35 left in the fourth quarter. 58-7 lead for Fargo North. Shotgun snap. Pitches it to Kwaku and tackled in the backfield. Wahpeton able to get a stop. So let's see if Max Watson comes on for another field goal attempt here, or if they decide to go for it. 4th and 5 from the Wahpeton 17. 7:05 left in the fourth quarter. And Spartans are going to go for it. 4th and 5, pistol formation. Quarterback got a shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to his right side, looks to the end zone, throws to the end zone. Nobody there playing defense, and the touchdown grab is good. 64-7 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Clock stops at 6:20. No, 6:20 as the clock continues to tick. Watson comes on for the extra point. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. And is good. 65-7 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back with more in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Welcome back to Wahpeton. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Big Mike hanging out with us in the press box as well. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening as Wahpeton trailing here 65-7 with 5:53 left in the fourth quarter. Kick goes out of play near the 20-yard line. So Wahpeton's offense comes back on the field. We'll take a quick break for legal ID. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
AM 1450 KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, powered by Vision Ford Lincoln. DriveWithVision.com.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Wahpeton's offense tonight, uncharacteristic.
First and 10 Huskies at their own 35.
First and 10 from their own 35. 5:50 left in this fourth quarter. 65-7 ball game. North leads. Shotgun snap and ball on the ground. Running back dropped it off. Looked like Michael Peterson didn't have a great hand on the ball. It's going to be a loss of about 7 yards. Wahpeton able to stay on top of it, though. 2nd and 16 from the 29-yard line. 5:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Nick Langewalter on the sideline, as most of the Wahpeton starters hanging out on the sideline now, protecting them for next week's game against Horace. Ball handed off up the middle, and Michael Pearson out near the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 10 yards. 3rd and 5 coming up from the 40-yard line. 4:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton trailing 65-7. Two receivers to the left, one receiver to the right. Flack out of shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to the left side. Fighting for the first down, and Michael Pearson brought down hard by 2 Spartan defenders. 4:10 left in the fourth quarter. 4th and about a toenail coming up. 4th and 1 from the 44-yard line. $3:50 left. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Flag out of shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands the ball to the right side. Going to be close. Lean for the first down. We'll see if they give it to him. And they do. The far line judge gives the signal for the first down. 4th first down of the contest for Wahpeton. 3:15 left in the fourth quarter. Rylan Flack, running quarterback for the Huskies. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the shotgun snap. Hands the ball to Peterson. He's chugging his legs before being brought down by 3 Spartans. 2:50 left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 8 from the 47-yard line. Huskies still on their side of the field.
2nd and 8 for the Huskies.
Two receivers split out to the left side, 1 to the right. Kubel out a shotgun. Takes the snap. Keeps it himself. Rolls to the right side. Brought down over the 50-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and long coming up for Flack. But 2 minutes here left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 3 from the Spartans' 48-yard line. McCall giving the signs from the near sideline. From the near hash mark, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap to Flack. Rolls to his left side. Nowhere to go with it. Brought down heavily by 2 defenders for the Spartans. And a loss of about 5 yards. So 4th and 8 coming up. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter.
Huskies have a 4th and 9 play coming up.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 4th and 9. 1:10 left here in the fourth quarter. The freshman Flack takes a shotgun snap. Hands it to the right side. Nowhere to go with it. Peterson thrown down into the hardwood. Nowhere to go with it. Under a minute to play as North comes back on the field on the turnover on downs. They don't have to run a play if they don't want to. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they are not. I believe they're just going to stay on their sideline and shake hands at the 50-yard line. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, Wahpeton was able to score in the third quarter. A 12-yard touchdown pass from Kubala to Docker. Extra point was good. 20 seconds left. Out of shotgun. 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they're going to run victory formation. They are. I thought that they were just going to run the ball or run the clock out. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. That'll do it. Your final from Wahpeton, 65-7. The Fargo North Spartans continue their undefeated run through 3 weeks. Wahpeton drops to 1-2 with the Horace Warhawks coming next week to Wahpeton. For everybody on the I3G Sports Network, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to listen to the Giant Sports Show tomorrow, starting 9 a.m. bright and early, talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson, and maybe we'll talk about something else. Your final for one last time for Wahpeton, 65-7. Good night, everyone.